This is one of my first flights flying out of Boeing Field, and we'll do one full circle in the pattern taking off from 3 to right. This diagram shows a typical traffic pattern when nothing is going on and you're not getting any weird instructions from the tower. So we'll be taking off towards the north, making a right turn, kind of aiming for the VA hospital, which is a large white building complex on Beacon Hill. Then continuing in the pattern, traffic pattern altitude here is 1,000 feet. We'll come down a clearing that's just top of Beacon Hill, and then make a right turn for base, where you can kind of fly through a little bit of a lower area between some trees, and then when you come out for your final, you'll basically be lined up to the runway if you do everything right. And here we are lined up. You can see there is a clearing just along the nose, and if you fly along this area, I think there are some power lines down there, but basically it will run you parallel to the runway. It's a really great visual landmark at Boeing Field. Turning base, you've got a hill on the right side and a hill on the left side, and As long as you kind of come through this low area with some buildings and get yourself lined up, when you make the turn to final, you will be lined up on 3 to right. And just continue, make sure you stay at altitude, watch the poppy lights, don't go too low because you are overflying some aircraft that are parked in the southeast lot, and there's also a lot of jet traffic and taxiing to 3 to left. So do watch the poppy lights here, do not go too low. One of the things my CFI kept telling me was just fly the plane, and here we've got a blow up of our hands, and you can see at some point he's actually gonna get on the controls and pull the nose up a little bit to kind of help me flare, but it's this exaggerated movement of controls as the airplane slows down and controls become more responsive is the thing I had a bit of a trouble with as I was learning to fly the Cessna. Alright, shut her down, follow the checklist, and then we'll actually roll it back because the camera is still on, but I clearly forgot about it. So we'll park the plane. This is at Galvin Flying, which is one of the oldest FBOs and flight schools in the area, and the only kind of traditional FBO flight school at Boeing Field. So if that's where you want to learn, Galvin is sort of the only game in town. Some people love it, some people not so much, but for me it was a pretty solid experience, and I would say that their airplanes are maintained above average. And now that it's been a couple of years since this video was recorded, I definitely feel like I can make that statement because I have had a chance to fly with a number of different outfits, and I've got something to compare Galvin to. So you can see there is a little bit of roughness on the dashboard, but don't worry about it. This plane is very much airworthy and in great shape.